bookshelves, you will need 14 Ekby Valta 28cm brackets from IKEA, 5 Ekby Hemnes shelves in black brown from IKEA, spray primer, spray paints in colours of your choice, we went for pastels, drill with a 3mm timber bit and a Phillips head bit, 25 30mm timber screws, 25 40mm timber screws, a right angle and a spirit level. Spray your brackets with primer and allow to dry. Spray each bracket with the colours of your choice and allow to dry. Turn on the other side and repeat so the whole bracket is evenly coated. Allow to dry thoroughly before moving on to the next step. For the next steps, it's easiest to label your shelves 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can do this using chalk or a white architect's pencil. Take shelf number 1 and measure and mark 8 cm in from each side on the front or the timber grain edge. Pre-drill holes about 30mm deep into each marking. Measure and mark 35 cm in from each side of the rear or the black veneer edge. Pre-drill holes about 30mm deep into each of these markings. Take 4 brackets and push a 40mm screw through the factory drilled hole on the bracket and secure to shelf 1 at each of the 4 holes you have just made. Use a right angle to vertically align brackets. Place shelf 2 on top of the brackets using a spirit level, ensuring it is aligned immediately overhead shelf 1. Pre-drill holes into shelf 2 as close as possible to where the edge of the shelf meets each bracket. Secure shelf 2 to the top of each bracket by using a 30mm screw through each of those pre-drilled holes you've just made. Now, on the rear or the black veneer edge of shelf 2, measure and mark 8 cm in from each side. Pre-drill holes about 30mm deep into each marking. Measure and mark the centre of the front or the timber grain edge of shelf 2. Pre-drill 1 hole about 30mm deep into the marking. Take 3 brackets and push a 40mm screw through the factory drilled holes on each bracket and secure shelf 2 to the brackets at each of the 3 holes you have just drilled. Use a right angle to vertically align brackets. Place shelf 3 on top of the brackets using a spirit level to ensure it is aligned immediately overhead of shelf 2. Pre-drill holes into shelf 3 as close as possible to where the edge of the shelf meets each bracket. Secure shelf 3 to the top of each bracket by using a 30mm screw through each of the pre-drilled holes you've just made. Repeat the same process, alternating between 3 and 4 brackets between each of the following shelves.